Hey guys, this is our first YouTube video and we are super excited to launch this channel. At Desi Squats, we help NRI Indians in America help lose some weight and gain some muscle. And my name is Praneeth and this is my buddy Athar, and we're gonna help you with some amazing content in the weeks going forward. Hope you enjoy that. Jumping into today's topic, we're going to talk about 5 common fat loss mistakes that NRI Indians make in America when they start their diet. Number 1, going from all to nothing mode. What I mean by that, say you're not dieting and you're eating anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 calories per day every day, and suddenly one day you decide to start dieting and you go from 2,000 calories to 500 calories, barely eating 2 salads per day. Your body is not going to like that. Your body is built upon tens of thousands of years of genetic coding, which is designed to make you eat food. And when you suddenly start starving, it's not going to like that.
Yeah, I understand you being impatient. It's you trying to lose weight, but you need to have a strategy in place. So understand this: if you go too fast, you might wake up a monster in your tummy, a monster called hunger. And once you kick that in, it's gonna be a tough ride for you. So try to keep it slow and have a proper strategy in place first.
Yeah, dieting is all about a battle between your hunger and yourself. Whoever wins that is gonna wins the battle. So you have to always control your hunger so you could win this battle and lose some weight at the end of the day. Now that brings us to mistake number 2, unrealistic expectations. We see this with most of our clients when they come to us for some help with weight loss. They have unrealistic weight loss goals. What I mean by that, people take 2, 3 or 5 years to gain 20 kilos of fat, for example, but when they start their diet, they're so impatient that they want to lose all of that within, say, 3 months. That is unrealistic. You're just setting yourself up for failure here. If you want to lose 20 pounds or 10 kilos, for example, give yourself at least 4 to 6 months of time so you have time to lose weight.
Yeah, actually, one of the major reasons why people feel that they can actually do this thing is because of these transformations that they see online. See, the reality is that if you go too fast, you will rebound it all back, and that's not worth the cost. So, what you want instead is you go slow and you go at a pace at which you don't have your life being thrashed in front of you. Like fighting with hunger 24/7 for 12 weeks is really not worth it. And the number one reasons why people regain the weight is because they are so impatient to go back to their old lifestyle, back to their old diet, that as soon as those 12 weeks are completed, they go and jump right into the water.
There is this amazing quote I remembered. It is, people underestimate how much progress they can make in 1 year with regards to weight loss, but they overestimate how much they can lose in 1 month. So they're so impatient that they don't look at the long-term goal here sometimes. Now, mistake number 3, choosing an unsustainable diet. Say you're Indian again and you've been eating Indian food for 20, 30 years or all your life. You want to start a diet and suddenly I see people switching to a low calorie Western diet like salads and soups. Why? If you like it, no problem. But if you don't like it, you don't have to choose that. There are amazing Indian diets. If you're a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, if you want a low carb Indian diet, there are options. So you have these flavorful foods that you can utilize to make an amazing meal prep and do a successful diet. You don't have to choose some unsustainable diet that you hate every day. You can't do that. And like I was saying earlier, if you want to lose 20 pounds of weight and you have 4 to 6 months long diet to do, it's choosing an unsustainable diet won't help you. You gotta like what you're eating so you can stick to that for a long time.
So understand this: if you cannot see yourself sticking to a diet for a year or more than that, there's no good reason that you should start that diet in the very first place. What I mean by that is, if you take a lot of your lifestyle and flip it over, it's going to be very hard for you to maintain that thing for a year, right? And once you come back to your previous diet, it's going to be a hard time maintaining the weight. There's this very good advantage of a Western diet. It's that they have a lot of protein in it and everything else, a lot of good quality carbs, is there in the Indian diet. You mix the two, you've got the best particular diet in the world. You don't need to go for any fancy diet.
Yeah, take the best parts of Indian diet and combine it with some good parts of a Western diet, and then make your diet sustainable. That's something you can stick for a long time. We have to utilize the best of both worlds. That brings us to the mistake number 4: relying too much on workouts and cardio for weight loss. And don't get us wrong, we both work out a lot, we both do a lot of resistance training and cardio for our health purposes. But when I see a lot of clients, when they're trying to lose weight, they rely too much on the 1 hour that they spend in the gym, like whether they're on treadmill or whether they're lifting weights. They think that that is what is going to cost them, or that is what is going to lead them to weight loss. Partly, yes, but I wouldn't say more than 20% contribution comes from what you do in the gym. 80% of the contribution comes from what goes on in the kitchen. It's not a joke when they say, abs are made in the kitchen. You have to control what goes into your mouth. It is very, very important for the end result, which is weight loss in this case. On some days, maybe you won't have time to go to gym, but even on those days, if you can do a strict diet, if you have a strict control of what goes in your mouth, you could still lose weight. So don't over rely on cardio or weight training. Instead, keep a tight control of your food. What do you think, Athar?
Workouts are good, but I've seen people losing weight with 2 workouts a week, 1 workout a week, and 0 workouts a week. And we have worked with a lot of clients who are super busy. At times, for even like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, they are not able to put in 1 workout a day, and still they lose weight. So you should not truly obsess over it, but I have not seen any single client who is not putting their foot off the accelerator and lose weight. So that is the most essential part. Try to focus on the right things, and if you can, please go for both. But if you cannot, at least focus on your diet as strictly as you focus on your workout, or as strictly as you think working out is important.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you have time, do all 3. Do resistance training 3 to 4 times a week, cardio 5 times a week, and then eat good and healthy all week long. But if you have a time crunch, then you still have to prioritize the food, because that is where majority of the fat loss comes from. And that brings us to our last point for the day, number 5, which is not having any control over the weekends, overeating on the weekends. I think this ties into our previous point where you're choosing an unsustainable diet for weight loss. So people do amazing diet, most of the people, when they start out from Monday to Friday. But when they go to the weekend and some birthday party or anniversary or a night out with friends hit, and you have food on the table that is tempting you, you don't have control over that. I just want to emphasize this point that for dieting, Friday to Monday is actually equally or more important than Monday to Friday. Listen to that again. Friday to Monday during dieting is more important to have it in control than Monday to Friday. If you overeat all your calories during the weekend, you have just wasted all your efforts during the week. You agree? But
Yeah, and naturally you would be tempted to create a deficit throughout the week and then fill that deficit in the weekend. Understand this: if you have 4 meals a day, you're gonna have 28 meals throughout the week. Now, if you mess up 12 out of 28, that's pretty bad. You need to have at least 80 to 90% control over your diet, and especially say if you mess up 2 meals and if you have 26 meals under control, you have a very good control over your diet. You can have your Friday night going a little over the budget, just a little bit. You can have your Saturday night going a little over the budget, but balancing all that out, like over a 28 meal period, it won't make that much effect. But what people usually do is, if I messed up my Friday night, Saturday morning can also be a cheat. Saturday afternoon can also be a cheat. Saturday night can also be a cheat.
And then some leftover biryani on Sunday afternoon. It is very, very common here. Yeah, I really want to emphasize this. Having weekends in control during diet is very important. I wish there was an easy way where you could eat, biryani all 3 days and lose weight, but 10 years of my experience in dieting says no, you can't. So it's always, better to stay away from those foods that tempt you and make you overeat during the weekends.
Yeah, you need to set your priorities straight, and if you are trying to lose weight genuinely, don't go way overboard on the weekends, and especially you can have your alcohol, you can have your a little bit of cheat meals in control for those 2 or 3 times on the nights, and still you can be in a good deficit. But losing it all over the weekend is a short recipe for disaster. I see a lot of people sticking to their original weight even after 6 months just because they are not accounting for what they're doing over the weekends.
Yep, 100%. All right, guys, hope that helps. We want to provide some amazing content for you over the next few weeks on this channel. So like this video, comment on this, ask any questions you may have. We will definitely answer them, and give us some encouragement, and subscribe to the channel so you could get some alerts for the future videos. Bye. See you in the next video.